Welcome back to another Blacktastic episode of the People Before Politics show, Sunday Rundown, powered by Black Westchester Magazine. I'm your host, Damon K. Jones, joined by my brother, A.J. Woodson, and bringing that fresh perspective, Larnaz Kinsey. Every Sunday, we pull back the curtain on the issues shaping our families, our cities, and our future, from health and safety to policy and power. It's because our mission is simple. Put the people first, not the politics. It's going to be Blacktastic.
Peace and blessing, everybody. What is happening? What is happening? We have not been around in a while. AJ, man, you looking good. You look like your neck is getting smaller, motherfucker. You losing all this weight.
Summertime fun. Summertime fun.
I'm working on it.
Your neck is getting smaller, man. What the fuck is going on?
I gotta lose a little more. I got a lot more to go.
He gonna come back from vacation a whole new person.
Exactly.
Hopefully by the summer, you know what I'm saying, I slim down a little bit more. I'm working on it though.
I'm
working on it most of the time. I'm be honest. There's some, there's some stuff. I enjoy my little much needed vacations. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really do a whole lot of walking, but I've been walking like almost 2 miles a day. Except for when I was on vacation. I got to get back to it when I get back this week. But we're walking like 2 miles a day, drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to, once y'all start talking, I'm about to go upstairs.
So I wrote a little thing on I got the Substack. I wrote a little thing on the Substack earlier today. And, I was just sitting back, or as CL Smooth said, I reminisce for a spell, or should I say think back. And I was just thinking back at, as I just celebrated my 60th birthday, we're about to celebrate the 12th anniversary of Black Westchester. It's the 38th anniversary of my group, JVC Force. I was just looking at how blessed I am, how much stuff we've done. And damn, Damon, I was going through the stuff and I was like, just kept finding more and more stuff about us, city and state 4 years in a row, the low HUD cover, Mondia Jones advocating for us on the congressional floor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got too many proclamations for me to name. I named some of them, in honors and just a lot of the stuff we did, the low HUD cover, you know what I'm saying? And just a lot of that work that we did. And then on top of that, then I talked about the books I released and then, the book signings and speaking at the Pace University journalism class and, you know what I'm saying, speaking at SUNY Westchester and then, the 2 journalism fellowships. And, you're just like, yo, I'm really, you look at things and you be like, yo, things don't always look the way you want them. Things, your pocket might not always be where you want it to be. But, you just look back and think of how really blessed you are and how much we've accomplished, you know what I'm saying, as Black Westchester and all of this. And so anyway, I wrote about that today on my Substack and, everybody get a chance to check that out. It's just me a little reminiscing. Did I black out for a minute? I see my screen.
Yeah, you was frozen. It looked like you took a deep blink.
I was frozen. yeah, like no. So yeah, just thanking God, just reminiscing, and then I'm sitting here. You see what I got on. You know what I'm saying? My New York Knicks made it to the finals for the first time in 27 yees. I'm trying to get a championship for the first time in 53 years. And this matchup, the San Antonio Spurs just won. This matchup is incredible because they want revenge from us because we beat them for the mid-season cup. And we haven't made it to the championship since 1999, and they were the team who beat us in the finals. So there's like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like new teams, different, not the same players, but, little rivalry, rematch, revenge, getting ready to go on, and the series starts Wednesday. So I'll be back just in time Wednesday for the first game 1. You know what I'm saying? So for my little much needed break. But that first weekend I came down here, Memorial Day weekend, it was rainy. It was rainy all weekend, but it was orange and blue skies where I was. The Knicks was winning. So, so I shout out to my New York Knicks who've been just doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I see a lot of people. So my new neighbor, God bless my new neighbor, man. I was talking to Donnie this morning, and I'm sitting in the kitchen, so I could see in the dining room window. I could see my walkway, and it's different now that I have a male neighbor, right? Because when we bought the house, it was a retired CO. It was just her and her grandmother and her daughter. So, I had to be the man on both sides of the walkway, make sure everything is tidy and everything, but having him there is a lot of relief. I just go and worry about my side now. But it's funny because I'm sitting there and I see this blue thing go back and forth, right? I see the corner of it, right? And I'm like, what the hell? I'm talking to Donnie and I'm doing stuff in the kitchen. I'm like, what the hell is that? So I go close. I'm talking to Donnie. I say, yo, Donnie, this Negro got a Knicks flag flying in front of his house. Where the American flag goes, it's a Knicks flag. Poof, poof, poof. Right? So I come out and I'm like, I see your flag, because in the process, it was a big deer, right? It was huge. So I saw it run by, and he from the Bronx. So I know he was just amazed because he was just out there trying to get pictures. I said, don't get hit by that big ass deer. I came outside. I'm like, yo, bro, don't get too close to that. But he was just amazed. He's like, yo, did you see that? I said, man, I said, we used to them joints. I said, we used to them joints. Because I'm telling you, because this was a field where we are. This was a huge field. This, where I live, the compound, the area that I live on right now is where the original Woodstock was supposed to be. They got pushed, and they got pushback from the residents, so they moved it to Woodstock. It was supposed to be here. So you can understand how big that this area was before they built on it. Mm-hmm. And when I came, I guess the deer was still used to it being woods and whatever, because it used to be packs of deers that would come through all the time. And we first bought the house, 1 o'clock in the morning, because I used to be at work. My ring used to go off at about 1 o'clock every morning, and it'd be like 6 to 8 deer walking one way, and about 5 they will go back the other way. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Like almost every night. It was almost every night. I look at the thing and I'm like, wow, So one night I'm home and my wife comes in the complex because there's 2 entrances. She came in, for some reason, she came in the back entrance, right? And she called me and she said, yo, I don't know what to do. I said, where you at? She said, I'm down the hill. I said, so what's the problem? You already in the complex, what's the problem? She said, there's a group of deer hanging on the corner. I said, what? She put me on FaceTime. Dude, they were just like chilling, headbutt. They had they headbutting each other. And I said, what the hell? I said, that's what they were doing. They were meeting up and hanging out. And they were literally on the corner, hanging out, chilling.
They was probably talking a mess about y'all coming in their neighborhood.
Well, they was dogging us. These dirty ass.
Right, right. Because somebody else was talking about they were complaining about the deer, and I'm like, yo, you got to understand, you invaded their territory.
Exactly.
Like this was their stomping grounds, and y'all took away their stomping grounds and put houses and paved streets, and this is not just deer, all them animals. This is what they used to roam this area like that. Like you, it's like somebody just coming in, taking away your block, and then building something, and get mad because you came back on the block. Like, yo, dude, I grew up here. Like, I'm like,
yo, exactly.
You took my home. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Shout out to Kenneth Hall, said first time live viewer. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, welcome, man. Thank you for coming. We definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it, man.
Those dares probably feel like you gentrified the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's like, y'all guys gotta get up out of here.
Yo, so you talking about deer? So I'm sitting in the backyard, I'm chilling, I like fresh air. And I'm like, yo, what is that? Like, you see the rabbit, the rabbits come through and they just chill, making noise and don't do nothing to scare them. They just be like, yo, what? Then I'm like, yo, that's not a rabbit. It was a fox.
Really?
I was like, yo, I ain't never seen a real fox in life. And my dumb ass expected it to be red, red fox. So I was just, it was brown. I was like, it can't be a fox. It's not red. Like it was brown. Because I ain't never really seen a fox in person. Like so I'm like, I seen foxes. They got deer down here too. They come out mostly at night. They come out. They don't really come out when you out. Like, but they'll roll. And where my sister used to live, they used to get alerts. Black bear warning, like the bear would come out on garbage day and just like knock everybody go through everybody's garbage cans, like everybody's cans on the block would be knocked out. Like, yo, he was like, yo, so they would get, their neighborhood association, whatever, would put out the alert, black bear sighted on the other end of the, you know what I'm saying, the subdivision or whatever they call it out here. So I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy. Yeah, but yo, we invade these. We, like you said, we gentrify their neighborhoods, and then we get mad when they return. Like, this is where they grew up. This is where they, for generations, this was their home. Like, yo, you came in and did a Christopher Columbus and discovered America. You discovered their home. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They stomping ground.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like we do it. It's very sad. But that's why I'm going to talk about it later with this whole AI and the military thing, because we better watch out before AI realize we're the enemy.
Well, we better start using it so AI won't recognize us as the enemy, and it can recognize us.
In every movie and everything that you've ever seen
exactly
back in the days, at some point, the machines take over and they identify that the humans are the problem. And they try to stamp out the ones that don't comply, they try to kill. And that's all the movies, Terminator. And
so why do you think all the movies were the same? To discourage you from tapping in, because this technology has been around since 1965. 1965, they've been dealing with this stuff. So if we don't make an imprint, we will really, truly be erased, because nothing will recognize us.
But what Damon is talking about, when you look at the world and when you analyze the world, humans are a problem. Like, humans are the problem.
Exactly.
Humans are the problem.
We are the problem. Exactly.
The pollution, the global warming, all the things we do to this world, like we are the problem. Like, so for the world to survive, that all the movies they identify, they're the problem. They got to go. Like, we just rebuild it. Like, even Voltron. Remember that in the Avengers, Voltron wanted to get rid of all the and then build build the world of him, like, you know, like, so it would go on safely, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Voltron realized that we was the problem.
Yeah, Terminator movies, that's what it was about. Like, all those movies, the war games. Remember war games back in the day?
Yeah. Everything was we was the problem.
World War, get rid of all the humans because we start all these wars and do all this stuff, and the machine was like, "Oh no, we gotta get rid of them so we can survive." Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right. No, it realized that we were the problem.
And AI is learning so fast and to a level that nobody has ever seen before. And it is able to. Damon's making music videos every other day. Like it's able to do things where it's not going to need you to do these things. Like it's do them without you. Like,
let me
Damon. Every time I get an alert, pop. I'll be like this and he got some beat playing and he rhyming or doing some poetry or something or spoken. Like he's spitting out videos. That's AI. Like he's just
listen. And I told you. And please go over to my music page. I just made a whole new music page.
I was gonna say I told you needed to make a new page. David was putting out music and people were submitting their music. Like, so we could do reviews of like local hip hop artists. Look, we're not that kind of publication. Like we don't do this. Ain't a music publication. We don't do that.
Please, people, go over to my my page, DK Jones Covenant Culture. It's all good music. Ain't no cursing. Ain't no nigga shit going on over that page. Excuse my French because that's the way I can explain it. Right? It's all good spiritual music, but Suno has changed the game so much in the music industry that it from just prompts, from just learning how to prompt, right? And now there's some legal things, right, that they're going after Suno because they're saying that what is And you said it, AJ, when I played one, you said, dude, that dude sound like Kurt Franklin. I'm like, yeah, right?
Right.
So
I thought it was the new Kurt Franklin. I really did. I thought it was a new
Yeah. So I don't know what they're basing their music off of. When you do the prompts, and there's some legal stuff around. Do they own your lyrics? If you put people got to understand how to set up it. But the music that it's pushing out is top notch. It is top notch. The industry has a problem. The industry really has a problem because good music is being pushed out no matter what type of music. Man, I made some Jamaican dance hall music the other day, right? So just the experiment, but it's the music industry has a problem. They really have a problem. And, if somebody enjoys music and wants to create music that they want to hear, that's what I told my wife. I said, I don't want to hear about all that bees and killing and shooting and all that. I want to hear something that's going to entertain, the spiritual side of my mind, while I'm driving. So I can make it myself. And if other people like it, they like it. But, we have to get away from that. And that is and this type of technology, technology can be used for good or evil, but I think technology is allowing people to, use their talents and create music that people actually want to hear. Like nobody wants to hear all that. I know I don't. That's why I don't listen to none of that.
Well, when I started creating poems and songs with AI, with the assistance of AI, I felt like I was in the studio with Michael Jackson and Prince, and I forgot I wanted to sing. I was like, wow, it came out like that. This is dope. Like it really showed me that with structure and organization, that you have the ability to create everything that comes to your mind.
Right. And this is allowing people to be more creative, man. You know, without, I mean, it is what it is.
The other side, I don't know if I froze again.
No, you still with us?
No, you just froze.
Okay, am I back? I don't know if I'm freezing.
Yes, you're back.
I think my computer's still on vacation. I think my computer's still. I think my computer's still on vacation too. So, but the other side, like when you have an industry like music and entertainment and movies that has been so taken advantage of, you know, looking for every way to take advantage of artists and the talent and not pay them. This is just, you know, the good side is what you said. The bad side is how they're going to be able to do that more. And like there was a Drake song that came out 3-4 years ago, #1 streaming song. Only problem, it wasn't Drake.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and the label was trying to go after somebody, but there was nobody to go after. There was no person or no company. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's the bad thing, and that's why we had that writer's strike a while back, because you know, eventually AI is learning how to do stuff like that, you know, and you know, gonna make movie screenplay writers and script writers and maybe even some actors and producers irrelevant. They're gonna be putting out. It ain't gonna be the same kind of product, but it's learning and the industry's always looking for a way not to pay the talent, the artists, the actors. You know what I'm saying, to make money. So,
brother, it already happened. Disney fired their whole Marvel team.
Yep.
And now they're using AI to do the movie.
But they don't got. But the AI that they're using for these movies, you still can tell, like it hasn't, the AI part right now has not been able not to be detected as AI.
They must have did something, because they fired their whole team.
Right, but they still got, you know, you still need the producers, the directors.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about people that do the computer work and make Iron Man suit look real and make you know, make
CGI, the CGI stuff.
All this they got rid of them. Now they probably got a couple of kids that they're paying half the price to make the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already happening. And you know, what the actors, whatever those groups that represent all these people, you know, is what can you do? What can you do? Like it's even the stuff that we do is irrelevant. Just that quick to do YouTube thumbnails and all that, Canva and all that is basically irrelevant at this point.
When I put a video up on Substack and it comes up, and then I get an email and says download your clips, and it will make 4 or 5 clips for you. Like I don't have to, and I'll pick which ones I want this to be the clip, and it just makes the clips for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, it just made, like, the time I used to take, because I don't do that for a living, so it take me longer to clip like a little piece of the show so I can put it on social media. Substack just made me like 3-4 clips, like I didn't even have to think about it. Like,
so I have a question for you. So now that your time is being given back to you, because that's eventually what's going to be going on, right?
Right.
A lot of people are going to have their time given back to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with your time?
Well, I definitely, so I'm utilizing it. I'm utilizing it because I needed more time anyway. I need 3 of me. So I'm learning. I've taken webinars and stuff, for the media, learning how to use AI as my personal assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which saves me a lot of time. And then if you're an independent, like if you're a self-published author and you're not balling, you don't have no company behind you, AI can be, you can use AI as your editor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, AI, went through, is going through now. I'm working on a book now. And AI is helping me edit parts of the book. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting it write the book. The writing is me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I always, cause I'm the typo king and I'm grammatically incorrect. I make English teachers roll over in their graves. Tell them I taught you better than that. You know what I'm saying? but it pulls out all those little grammatical errors for me and identifies them. Where I can read it like 100 times. You can't edit yourself. I don't care how good you are. You can never fully edit yourself. You always miss something. But AI is providing. So I'm able to do more things, and and it helps with the research part too. It cuts my research time. I confirm stuff. I don't take just what it says. I independently confirm it, but it helps with the research as well. So I'm able to get a lot more done. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely working on those things on, like showing me how to write grants, something that I could never do, like help me format grants and stuff. Like that's a whole game changer. I didn't know how to write a grant. I was always like, you needed a grant writer. And there we go again. These are people that were paid to do this stuff that are now AI is going to be helping people not need some of those people, and those people are not going to get paid. So there's like it's both ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying? There is some pluses and minuses to it.
Well, we operate in systems that weren't really created for us, right? Mm-hmm. So when you start to become the person that's controlling the system, it's a different feeling. That's why you about to be outside bare-chested in the summertime, because you got some more time to put them 2 miles in. Right, you getting your time back,
right?
And as a community, we have to kind of have capacity for that, because it's going to be a big shift. And people that are used to going to work and saying, "Oh, I always keep a job," right? When you no longer can do that job, and you've never sat with yourself to see the skills you have, right? Where you gonna be?
COVID was supposed to be the warning for everybody. Like COVID was supposed to be, for those who used it right, it was the reset to make you sit back and rethink how you do things, to do things differently, to find different ways to do things, and to look at and take stock of it. A lot of people, the real creative, the real grinders, the things they're doing now was all because of COVID. Like, when they had time to just sit at home and not be out and running, so that a lot of people just use that time just to be off and hang out, you know what I'm saying, and get DoorDash and Uber Eats delivered to them, you know what I'm saying? But what you said about, I wanted to comment what you said about the walking the 2 miles. Like, one of the biggest problems for the weight was sitting behind the computer all day and all night, 24/7, without exercising. It actually has freed me up to be out, and I do walk. I do in the morning. I usually don't do it all at one time. I do a big walk in the morning, and then I do a big walk in the evening, preferably after I ate dinner. You know what I'm saying? Walk all that off. Because even with not just laying down, sitting down after eating, then I'm sitting at the computer and this food is just sitting on me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it has. I've been able to utilize that, and you spoke on that. And I didn't think about that. It's like,
Well, let me tell you. Rich people understand time. Poor people don't. Mm-hmm. And even as you get older, you understand how precious time is, because you have less of it on this planet, And I had this conversation with my son. I had this conversation with my wife. Right now I'm once you get around 60, you got good 20, 25 years, a good 25 years to live your life. Nobody has time for that.
That comment's for Damon.
That's for you, Damon.
For artists writing vision, AI is a cheat code. So I also enjoy the Black Westchester County. Yes, it's Blacktastic. Thank you, brother. Absolutely. We got Blacktastic. And we got Blacktastic t-shirts, brother. I'm getting ready. We got Blacktastic t-shirts, man, for you to support. Yes, we gotta, you know what AI helped me do? Let me tell you something. Before I'm so glad I watched something that made me copyright Blacktastic. I spent $1,200 because God told me that shit is gonna blow up sooner or later, and I better be prepared and have it because somebody's gonna say it, and then they're gonna try to own it. Somebody's gonna say it, and they're gonna try to own it. You're gonna have to send them a letter from Mayo Bartlett, cease and desist, or cut a check. Cease and desist.
Fat Joe said he's so sorry he didn't for today's price, not tomorrow's price. He said that after the Locks verses, and now everybody they're saying it on ESPN. Like he's so sorry that he didn't.
Well, you know who blew it up?
Magic saying that like today's price,
right? Magic is the one that blew it up because he said it, and the video went viral because not only did he say it, he explained why. Right? Yes, sir. I got it. Thank you. He explained why today's price, you know, is not yesterday's price and all that.
He did.
Yeah, and it went viral. That went viral because it makes a lot of sense.
It was right after the Locks killed Dipset on Versus, and he was interviewing Jada, and he was saying, for all those people who were trying to book Jada and didn't lock it in yet, you know what I'm saying, or were thinking about it, understand yesterday's price, not today's price. Like his price just went up. Like today, so if you didn't book him already, understand. And that's what he was saying to Jadakiss on the podcast after Versus. And everybody, ESPN, they're like, oh, yesterday's price is not today's price. Like, I'm like, that's ESPN. I'm like, some funny white dude just said it.
But I'm not sure if Magic said it before or after. I think Magic.
Well, it went viral from Fat Joe saying it. That's what it went viral from.
I think Magic said it before
Joe.
I think right. Well, I mean, Magic is a different audience. I mean, but I think Magic said it before.
Yeah. That always happens.
Yeah, I think Magic.
You say something
before, right? But it blew up under Fat Joe. But I think Magic said it before in an interview, you know, on why he charged what he charges, you know, and you know, it is what it is. But listen, man, like we have
a lot of people are sorry that they didn't copyright something.
Yeah. Well, I copyright Blacktastic, and there's another one I'm about to copyright. I don't want to say it out loud.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, I've been saying it on the show because I have to, because I'm trying to promote something. But I'm about to copyright that too. You know, and you have to. You know, I mean, if God gives you a vision and gives you an idea, right, you got to walk through the door and be prepared, because a lot of times we're not prepared for God's blessings. Many times we ain't prepared for God's blessings, and many times we don't work through where we're supposed to work through to get God's blessings. You know,
and we don't have ourselves in spiritual positioning to receive it, to understand when we're receiving it. We don't understand it. And
we don't have but we don't have no spiritual hygiene. You wash your ass every day, but you don't wash your energy.
That's you know, that's a whole nother show, because you know, black folks to me, and I've been saying it on my other shows. We ain't ready. We're still not ready for what God is trying to tell us. We ain't there yet, but He's gonna make us there. You know, just like He did in the scriptures when Pharaoh let the people go. Remember the elders, they let them wander in the wilderness to knock the elders off. Because they wanted to go under Pharaoh. And we're looking at it right now. We don't even see it. That is what God is doing.
Damon, what I said to you before the show started, it takes so much energy not to look at yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So even when you have days off of work, right? And you doing this and you doing that, you like, yo, I have 5 days off of work and my ass still tired. Why you think?
Right. I love being by myself with God. I enjoy it. I get mad sometimes when my wife come home.
He's stupid.
I love her to death, but she be coming home messing up my aura.
Your God flow. Your God flow.
Exactly. Exactly. I love to see it. My wife come home. I'm like, hey, baby, I missed you. But then she bring that stuff from that city. Come in, whoosh. Just come through the door, whoosh. I'd be like, man, let me burn some sage and get this energy up out this house, man. But I love it, but hey, but it is what it is. Like when you find yourself, right? When you some things you don't want things to disturb. I don't want nothing to disturb the peace that's in my house. Go ahead.
You supposed to make sure your energy in your home is, cultivated.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I think I shared it on my page, a rose ritual, right? For your kitchen.
I just text you back.
A lot of people don't know that the stove is the fire of your home, right? And if you put roses in that space, not only does it neutralize the chaotic energy in your home, but it's a part of your wealth, right? It's a part of your wealth. And just having that rose in that place, the hearth of your home, you have the ability to kind of make sure the energy that you walking into is good.
Yo, I'm about to be out. But I just wanted to acknowledge when David was like something about her coming home. One person said, "Damon, you're a brave man," and another viewer said, "I hope she's not subscribed."
Man, let me tell you something. She don't pay attention to what I do. She at this point, she don't want nothing to do with politics. She don't want. She's like, listen, Negro, just live your life, and if it pay a little, if it help pay the bills and take me on some trips, I'm good. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's why she moved my ass all the way up here to Orange County. She purposely got my black ass out of Mount Vernon. She purposely got me out. But you think I don't know the trick?
So, let me just say before. So I'm going back to I wanted to come on and show my face a little bit, but I'm going back to my extended break my last few days. It's dinner time upstairs. My sister just came down to get me, and so I'm out. Everybody, have a good show, and I'll see you next week when I get back.
Okay. Yes, sir, brother. Enjoy, man. Yes, enjoy. So yeah, I know she got me out of Mount Vernon, and people are mad at her. People are mad because they wanted me to run for mayor. They wanted me to run for something. I said, well, I'm not a resident no more. Go talk to my wife.
Blame it on her.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know why? Things change, right? Things like you just can't. Sometimes you shouldn't. Like, all right, this was an economic move. I get it. But I also know part of it was to get me out, and I get it. I understand that too. It is what it is. But now what voice do the people have in the big picture?
Well, the circumstances that you served your career dysregulates your nervous system. So a lot of times when correctional officers or police officers retire, they go into a space where they can recalibrate and ground again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And sometimes we don't recognize it because life is lifing, but you got to slow down and kind of see like, damn, I used to love living in the city, but now I long for this nourishment. Different seasoning for different times.
Right. And I kicked and moaned coming up here.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't want to come up here. I mean, but once I got up here, well, let me make it sense. When we came to look, she tricked me to come up here to look at a spot. Yeah, I'm talking about my wife. Anybody that's watching, y'all can send it to her because it's the truth. I ain't lying. I ain't scared of nobody. He tricked me to come up here, right? Because my cousin lived up here. So by the time we got halfway up here, she told me to, and I went off because yeah. No, Nicole, listen, I'm not Kenny Plummer. I'm not Kenny Plummer. I'm not living in another district and trying to be in Mount Vernon. I have character and integrity. You know, I will never do that. And let me tell you, I've gotten offers from people with a lot of money to run for different positions in Westchester and to give me an apartment. I'm being straight music. And I refuse to do it because I know that's not right, even though I know some other elected officials have done it. Mm-hmm. Right? But it's my character and my integrity. I will not do it. You know, so, you know, anyway, when I got up here and I saw the house that my cousin had, I said, wow, this is nice. I was trying to still be mad, right? And I'm looking at a house I was like, this is dope, right? I'm looking, she's showing me upstairs. I'm like, this is great, right? She told me how much she paid for it. I was like, so she said, oh, they got a new complex, right? I'm still trying to hold, you know, that mean exterior. But in my mind, I'm like, yo. So we get to the joint, we do the walkthrough and all that. You know, so now I'm still, you know, trying to be, and my wife she's all right. So after you show everything, I was like, babe, what lot you want? And she just lit right up, you know. I mean, it was a good choice. But it was a good choice. But it took it also, it served two purposes. It pulled me out of it pulled her out because she was getting a lot of heat of what I was saying. Now she don't give a damn. You know,
she got some distance.
right. And after a while, you see how they do other people, and you say, "Wow, they're doing the same thing to them that they did to me." Right? What is the excuse? You know, to how the police department, the union, and the city treated Derek Williams. You understand? So now she's seeing, or Sergeant Bovell, who spoke out, and nobody stood with him. You know, don't come talk to me about him when he's dead, because he died because of that stress gave him cancer. Right? So, and then people want to come talk to me about him. I'm like, dude, he's dead. It's no other. We should even have a conversation about him. For you to even come up to me and say, hey, man, no. You should have said that when he was alive, so he's able to defend himself. And that's what I told the person, which is a friend. He just had a different view. And my whole thing was, yo, you should have said that when he was alive. You shouldn't don't wait till he's dead. He's gone. You know, so once she started seeing all that, and then how the city treated her, and how still some Negroes treat her. But she's not emotional about it no more because, you know, people have shown who they are. And when they show you who they are, you have to believe them.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to act accordingly. And my last thing on that is a friend of mine passed away. Rest in peace, my brother Anthony Neesmith, aka Apps, from the Greenberg crew. He had passed away, had a heart attack, and I'm still mentally. I haven't even posted anything because I'm still trying to find the words. But I was talking to another friend. I was talking to another friend, and Montika was in the car, and this is from childhood friend Woodlands Greenberg, and he said, "Yo," he said, "when your wife retiring?" I said, "Next month." He said, "Oh man, praise God, man, praise God. Yo, tell her to get the hell out that city. Them niggas don't want nothing." Right? Tell her to get your wife out of that city, man. Them Negroes don't want nothing, right? Now, I say that to say, and Nicole Lucio is watching, and any other people from Mount Vernon that is watching, right? I wasn't even going to go into this, but hey, man, it's how God works. Y'all have to understand how the city of Mount Vernon is a black city. Have black border edge. It's black. Like, we can't even get around that. It's nothing else you could say. It is what it is. But how it is perceived throughout the west of Westchester, how black folks is even looking at Mount Vernon should be in a position of leadership for black people. Leadership in culture, leadership in economics, leadership in humanity, leadership in spirituality. How do you have 600 houses of worship in a 4x4 square miles and so much hell going on with the people in the city? I don't care if y'all don't like what I'm saying, but y'all know it's true. People that are watching understand it is true. And we're worried about Trump. And it's a black school board, that are producing children that can't read or comprehend. And Negroes have the nerve to send me bullshit about Trump. But they don't want to talk about how this black school board is producing children that can't read.
Well, Damon, look at the adults. How many adults read books? Right? If you survey at least 25 people and say, what's the last 2 books you read? They could tell you all the Netflix episodes they saw, all the movies they done saw. They don't tell you about books. Right? So even with a black board of ed, right? If the individuals who are operating in these systems are not choosing themselves, choosing to educate themselves in a fashion, how would it even trickle down to our kids? Because our kids don't learn from books. They learn from experience. They learn from tangible things.
Right.
My daughter don't know what it feels like to be in a library for hours. She doesn't know what that feel like. She'll be bored. And I make her read books. because I'm a reader. I read at least 3 books every 2 weeks. I'm reading 3 different books. And I know sometimes I got ADHD, so I can't even read. I'm going to have to listen to it. Like, I know my capacity.
Exactly. I used to, when I was working, so you're driving an hour and you're driving back. Audiobooks. Get an audiobook. Even if you don't want to read, get an audiobook. Play it in that. Matter of fact, we have, this is another big problem. Because we don't read, and they're producing children that can't read. Trump, Nicole Lucio.
Nicole on fire tonight.
Hell, they don't even read the meeting material. They don't read the Bible. Hey, Nicole, it's exactly. These Negroes don't even read the city charter. They don't know. They have no what's going on. What do you say? They use Trump as a deterrent from the real issues for the back. Absolutely. Thank you for your comment. Absolutely. And this is what I try to discuss, on my other shows, because we are being bamboozled by our own leadership. Listen, I lived in Mount Vernon. Ain't no Republicans playing dice in the parking lot. Those are Democrats' children. Ain't no Republican. Wasn't no Republican pissing in my hallway. When I used to come out and go to work and walk down the steps, and there's a puddle of piss in the steps. Wasn't no Republican breaking into my car or breaking into somebody's car in the parking lot. Wasn't no Republican shooting outside of my window, on Gramerton Avenue. Ain't no Republicans doing that. Republican children ain't fighting in the street with their ignorant parents. Wasn't no Republican that killed that girl. Not one death in Mount Vernon of Black people was done by a Republican. Let's keep it 100. But when you talk to a politician, the first thing they want to do is mention a Republican in Trump. And y'all Negroes get all emotional about it and foolish about it. And this is my problem with Black men. Stop being so goddamn sensitive and in your goddamn feelings and be men. And take care of your community. And stop sending me all this bullshit. It doesn't matter. Not in your community. It doesn't matter. And I dare anybody to challenge me. The conditions of your community. Show me how Trump did it. Because the community has looked the same since Bill Clinton.
Got a snap for you for that.
These niggas come to me talking this craziness. And you see your organizations don't have no answer. They want kids to give up scholarships. The majority of people that talk all this stuff, brother, don't even vote. They don't even vote. They ain't been to one press conference. Probably ain't never been to an NAACP or Urban League or any other meeting or even a city hall meeting. But they want to talk. But they want to talk about all this stuff. I don't know how we got on this subject.
But we here. Divinely.
Exactly. like, yo, your children can't read. Your children can't read in a Black school board.
And if you go back and reflect on slavery, right? When we came out of slavery, we flipped our literacy rate to about 84% in like 3 years, right? So why has, the gift of reading been diminished?
Because knowledge is in books, right? And like you said, we are now in a 1 minute news clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since I do the YouTube stuff, now the shorts is your news. People get news from shorts.
Mm-hmm.
From a minute. People watch it and they feel that they know the whole thing. And plus, you got these influencers. Now people listen up. You got these influencers that are making new Black history. You got AOC that is remaking Black history, telling we created democracy. No, we didn't create no damn democracy. She is literally recreating Black history. We have to stop letting these white liberals, and I'm including AOC in that, discuss Black history. We have to tell AOC to shut up. Because you know why, and I'm going to explain why. Because those that are in opposition to our struggle use AOC's foolery against us. It makes us look stupid as Black people. That's why you got Negroes out here saying that reparations isn't important. You have Negroes out here saying that, there was only a few slaves that died in the Middle Passage. It wasn't millions, right? You give these idiots opportunities to have these spaces that are not even true. And then it diminishes what we went through.
Well, in my opinion, AOC is really just telling white history, because Black history is how we survived slavery.
She said that we created democracy. We ain't create no damn democracy through the civil rights.
Right. You're absolutely right.
And then she said some other stuff. But we have to listen, the white liberal has hijacked the Black experience in America.
Mm-hmm.
And the Al Sharptons and the Tamika Mallorys and the Angela Rye's and the D.L. Hugleys and all these other ones that Malcolm warned us about. The Mysons, all of them. The Negroes that got mouse but don't have a real job. They have allowed these white liberals to do it because they're getting money from them.
Mm-hmm.
The Democratic Socialists is going to be the death of Black America. Because they're following that. And then they get in their feelings when I call them out on their BS. I'm like, I told Jamani Williams. He said, brother, you don't like Democratic Socialists. I said, nigga, I'm a Black man before I'm a Democratic Socialist. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, excuse my French. But that's what I told him. I said, dude, I was supporting you when nobody else was supporting you in Westchester County. And now because I'm not feeling the Democratic Socialists, I'm the enemy? I'm like, dude, I'm a Black man first. We're losing our mind. And I can name other people, but I don't want to put it out there yet. I'm just waiting for them to say something side, and I'm gonna blow them up.
You not at work and no more. Why you got one in the chamber? Why you not at work no more?
No, because I went up. And I'm going to tell you, I went up to the Black Caucus, and I saw somebody that I fought for when the injustice was happening to it. And now my position against the democratic socialist BS and trying to make us dependent instead of self-running people, he must got a problem with it because he was acting kind of funny. And so was his partner.
I'm sad.
You understand? But y'all know, don't say nothing slide about me, brother. Because I was rocking for you when they was doing you wrong. I was standing for you when you was doing jail time for something you ain't do. Don't get fly now. This is what I don't even understand. We get caught up in this stuff and we lose our blackness and who we are. We are black people before we are Democrats. The Democratic Party, the Democratic Socialist Party is not the black party. And ain't never been and ain't never will. They're using you Negroes. And I got a lot of friends that are Democrats. But that don't stop me from speaking the truth. They ain't gonna stop me from that. This isn't. I mean, this is. It's really insane. Like, how do you do that? We should have our own agenda. The Democratic Party ain't the Jewish party. The Democratic Party ain't the Italian party. The Democratic Party ain't the Asian party.
Yep.
The East Indians, the one that come from India, that's over here, they are the least political active in America. You don't hear them crying about DEI, affirmative action. Why are we the only ones crying about it? You know why? Because all these other ethnic groups got their own businesses and institutions. They don't have to worry for the white man to give them a job, a black job at that. Exactly. Exactly.
Look.
yo, Terry, man, when I'm coming on your show, man, I got a lot to say, brother. And I'm still going to send you the books too, Terry. I'm waiting for delivery of 2 more books that I wrote. The Black Experience, the Black what's the name of the damn book? The Black Experiment. I go over every law that was supposed to be passed for Black people's advancement and how they took it away. And then Black America, Black Power. And here's another book I'm going to send you, Terry. It's The Forgotten Blueprint. How Black America built its own economy from 1800 to 1965. We didn't need the white man. We had everything under so-called oppression. Why can't we do it again when we generate $2.6 trillion a year? You know, why can't we do that? And the book talks about that. You know, so that's coming. And Terry, you're gonna love this one, Terry. I'm gonna send it to you. Tolerance is for cowards. You're gonna love this one, brother. You're gonna love that one. So I want to send you all of them and enjoy, and then bring me on the show and let me light it on fire. All right. We don't talk enough. I want to get into for those that. Oh, thank you, brother. You could go right on. You could go right on. either Amazon or twosteppublishing.com. If you go to twosteppublishing.com, you get a special 3-book deal on sale. I'm gonna put the link. Let me see. Go to Two-Step Publishing. Let me put the link in. I'm gonna put the link in the thing so we can move on. How do you do this? Let me see. Oh man, it's not letting me. Let me see. I'll have it in before the show over. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Why I don't see? Oh, here you go. Here you go.
Whew.
Yeah. We just thank you, AJ. AJ faster than me. Thank you, my brother. But anyway, let's get in it. So here's the hypocrisy for everybody that's watching. I done rambled off. I don't know why you got me started. No, I'm gonna blame you. Oh, what? You know, y'all seeing the attitude I do on my publisher desk shows. I try to keep it calm on Sunday. I try to keep it calm on Sundays, man. So, so with the Democrats saying that with everything that's going on in the South, right? I don't know if y'all know everything that's going on in the South. They're saying that black districts are being attacked. But in Florida, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, white woman, through the districting has lost her district. But they kept the only black district. Well, some people say it's not black because it's more Caribbean, but at the end of the day, the people are dark skinned. They are they have melanin in their skin, right? So she decides to run in the black district. And it's causing some problems. So let's check it out.
I'm announcing my candidacy for re-election in Congressional District 20 because we cannot let Trump destroy Broward County's power.
The district encompasses the heart of the black community in Broward County, stretching from Plantation to Deerfield Beach and from Sunrise to Oakland Park. 40% of the district is African American and has been represented by black leaders for more than 30 years. As you might imagine, the announcement elicited strong reactions from some in the black community.
I have spoken to people who I trust in DC that this was always her plan. So the conversations were performative. So it tells black voters in Broward that she's performative. And so is her alleged allyship.
Black representation is a non-negotiable for me. Everyone deserves to have a seat at the table. And everyone deserves to be represented by someone who, with their lived experience.
But after Ron DeSantis' redistricting efforts, District 20 was likely the safest seat for Wasserman Schultz to run in. Shortly after her announcement, I spoke to her from Washington.
I am running for District 20 because I have represented Broward County for my entire adult life. I have fought for and been the tip of the spear on the major issues, especially when it comes to fighting to make life more affordable for the people of Broward. And I'm just not going to stand by and let Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump try to destroy Broward's power. And I want to continue to be able to stand up for the people of our community and fight for them. And District 20, a district that I have represented over the 3 legislative bodies I've served in, 9 of the 14 cities, is the district where I can make sure that there is the most experienced, the most well-known, and the person that I am who has been immersed in the community for decades, is able to be in a strongest possible position to fight for our community.
But you know what the criticism is going to be. This is a district that for more than 3 decades have been represented by an African-American, either Alcee Hastings and then Sheila Sherfless McCormick, represented the majority of the people in this district. This is considered an African-American leaning seat. I think 40% of the residents are African-American. And the idea is that you will be taking away potential black representation in Congress. How do you respond?
Jim, I represent a majority-minority district now, and everything that I have done in the years that I have represented this community has had me fully immersed in the neighborhoods and communities of Broward County. The people in District 20 know me, and I know them. I am an everywhere, all the time elected official. People know I show up for them. I show up at festivals and 5Ks and church services and in communities with the smallest and the largest crowds. And right now, especially because this district has had so much instability over the last few years. I mean, first after my mentor and like family, Alcee Hastings, passed away, Ron DeSantis had the audacity to leave this district open for 10 months before a special election happened. And then, there was a cloud over this district for the last couple of years, and he's going to leave it likely open again all the way until next January.
So, Nicole says she's not going to win. I'm not too sure. Now, that's going to be on the community.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be on the black people that are Democrats, how they're going to roll out. But I can guarantee you something with Schultz. She's going to outspend them. See, and we fall for the nonsense when it comes to politics and money. We believe in those little mailers that be sent to our house. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do the proper research. And let me tell you, the press is not going to talk about it the way they should talk about it. You got a little bit now, but it's going to go away. It's going to go away. And I believe she's backed by AIPAC.
Mm.
I believe. I'm not too sure. She takes AIPAC money. Yup. She takes AIPAC money. So they're gonna put millions behind her campaign.
She kind of looked like, what's that lady name? Rachel Dolezal. She kind of do.
Rachel Dolezal look better now.
Well, she has she got the 4C curls popping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she got money. Listen, she's a long-term. She's a Democrat. She's one of those. She's one of those usual political Democrat elite hacks. That's what she is. And for her to say that she talked to the CBC, and for the other state rep to say that the Congressional Black Caucus knew about what she was going to do. See, this is why y'all don't but they're hypocrites. The Congressional Black Caucus has been the worst thing for black people. And how do you, and here's the thing, even J.C. Watts, now this be before all the crazy stuff between Democrats and Republicans. When it was just like, yo, we going to do our work, we going to have our little battles, but it ain't to the point now where they telling people to hit the streets and all this other stupid. J.C. Watts was a black congressman. And he was a good black congressman, and he was a Republican. And he was the one that talked about how the Congressional Black Caucus don't even let the black Republicans come in the Congressional Black Caucus. Then what are you doing? What are you doing? None of the black Republican congressmen are in the Congressional Black Caucus because they're Republican. That is stupid. $1 million in campaign. Yeah, and she's gonna receive a whole bunch of money to run in the black district. And Hakeem Jeffries, who get AIPAC money too, since he's the head, he ain't gonna say a goddamn thing. Just like he didn't say anything when they redistrict Jamal Bowman and Mondeir Jones's districts right here in Westchester County, New York, and lessen the black vote. He didn't say anything. He didn't say nothing. And neither did the Congressional Black Caucus. These Negroes don't work for black people. They don't work for black people. They work for themselves. It's that they're in it for themselves. Absolutely. They're in it for themselves. The only black job they trying to save are their own. That's it. They're trying to save black people jobs because they haven't created with legislation black institutions that will hire black people. What have they done? We own less land than we did before integration. We own less businesses than we did before integration.
But we the biggest spenders.
Well, yeah. Our educational system is horrible. Even in segregation, black children was reading and writing better than black children are today. And Mount Vernon spends $40,000 a year per student. And these young kids can't read. That's insane. That's insane. We're gonna do one more story, and that's it. Because I know I don't want to make you gotta work.
Yeah, I need to go jump in the shower so I can get to work.
We're gonna do one more story, and we out of here. One more story, and we out of here. So the next story is I didn't want to talk about this whole Giants fiasco, right? and then we out of here. What my man? They retired with millions of inside trade. Yup. And I want to say on that before we go to the next subject, brothers and sisters, we have to understand. To be fair, we are more dispersed now, and the poverty rate went from 50 to 70 in 2021. The poverty rate did go, but we don't. Where's our institutions? You don't say in communities. We don't say communities building, making us work for other people. What other ethnic group does that? That's my point.
Well, when we started allowing other people to educate us, we kind of joined into the system.
But now we control our education in most of these cities, and we still fail. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where the agenda comes to play. Absolutely. And I meant to say something I forgot. So we gonna make it. Oh. Listen, brothers and sisters. These politicians ain't in it for you. And I love, and there's politicians that I love. I love them. Right? He said, my bad. It's all right. It's all right. I love politicians, but you got to understand, they're in it for their pensions. The game ain't about you, because if the game was about you, especially local politics, they're in it for their pensions. Because if the game was about you, they will be passing legislation and laws that will make your life better.
See, that's why I can't play in politics, because one thing about me, when you start playing games and it gets confusion, like there's too much confusion, I'm gonna want to fight. Yeah,
it's a lot of confusion. That's why I would look. they tried to put me in jail when I ran. They literally, Janet DeFior really launched a whole investigation to knock me out of the game. And it wasn't that I got scared, but why would I put my family, you understand?
It's not worth it.
In that situation, when you're showing me, right? The district attorney, the Democratic Party. That's why I mess with certain people in the Democrats, but I know how they are because I'm talking from life experience. They literally had more investigators trying to get me on signature fraud than I ever seen than a murder case. All because they didn't believe a black man was named Elmo. They thought they had me. They thought they had me.
Well, that's why they don't get paid to think.
Right. And the only thing they had to do, listen, only thing they had to do was put his name in Facebook and his page would have came up. The investigators even came to my house. And I gave them the tongue lashing that they walked away. I called the black one all type of Uncle Toms and Negroes, and I actually used that real N-word. And called him a piece of everything. And slammed the door in his face. They get the fuck up out of here. But why would I put my family through that? Right? You don't want me? Okay. Now look at the condition. Look at the condition of Mount Vernon. Look what you got. Now look what y'all got now. And they want it that way. They don't want nobody to change. And that's the sad part about it. They don't want it to change. They want it to look tomfoolery and dirty. And then at the dinner table, the white powerful ones talk about it like we animals. And I'm telling you this as the representative of the Independence Party for Mount Vernon. I know what they say because I sat at the table. I know what the judges think. I know what the state representatives think. I know what these other powerful people that cut checks, what they think about Mount Vernon. One of them told me, whatever you do, Mr. Jones, don't sell out like he named a person who's a big pastor. He named the person. Don't sell your people out like boom. And I ain't gonna say it on TV. And he had receipts on how he sold black people out. He had receipts. He started naming things that he did. And I'm gonna say something. These black Negro leaders that be all on TV, that they like to sell, they will sell black folks out for Yankee tickets. Huh? For a trip to somewhere. I'm talking because I know. Thank God that I was taught by Dr. Giulio Cavallo from the Independence Party. I was taught by Dr. Lenora Falani from the Independence Party. These were my mentors. It wasn't no Negroes. All right. Let's go into this thing here. So the Giants quarterback, I don't know his name. AJ, I wish AJ was here. He know all that sports. I don't watch sports like that. I'm sorry, black people. I don't watch sports, right? I will get a bucket of popcorn and watch congressional hearings. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. So this dude, Trump
Jackson
came to
Dart. Somebody said, "Hold on."
Okay, thank you, Jackson Dart. All right, thank you. I don't know none of these people that's getting ready to come on the screen, and I don't care. Right? So Jackson Dart. Now, the first time I saw him was when I was watching the speech when President Trump came to Rockland County, right? So he gets up there, go blue, Giants. So I'm like, okay, he's a Giants fan, right? I didn't think anything of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then afterwards, they attacked him. And allegedly, there was some beef. There was some beef in the locker room, and a black player, but the press want to say he's black and Muslim, like that means anything, right? But a black player, I guess they had words, right? So I'm going to play the response for all that, and the last player made the best sense. So let's check it out.
I understand that there's probably going to be questions that involve off the field topics, and for that, I have a statement, and I hope I can answer as many of those questions that y'all may have. And I ask that can talk about football after that, and I hope that we can understand and respect that from each other. Obviously this was a unique opportunity, being asked and given the opportunity to introduce the President of the United States. My thinking was pretty simple, in the fact of, I've always loved this country. I have extended family members who have fought in wars. I have two uncles who have retired from the Air Force Academy and served themselves. And I even have a great-grandfather who served as Secretary of Treasury at some point. So the president position has always been a position that I've well respected, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of political party, and my intentions were just that.
Yeah, I'm just going to address this one time because we all want to move past this and get over this.
So this is I don't even know his name. This is the black player that supposed to have the discussion. So let's see what he got to say.
It's like everybody do. So first off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us. And that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world. And that doesn't mean that we have to spread hate. It doesn't mean that me and Jackson hate each other or we have beef. I sit next to Jackson every day, every team meeting, we close, we talk. As long as we make sure we got the same goal as a team and our goals align, which they do, and I feel like that's all that matters. So I just want to move past this, and yeah, that's it. I'll take any questions about the impact.
All right, let me stop right there. Who told him it was his damn responsibility to say something to somebody that's doing it on his own goddamn time?
So wait. So this wasn't an event that he introduced Trump at?
Yes, it was an event in Rockland County. Trump did a rally in Rockland County, and he introduced Trump. Why does he? It's not his responsibility. That man does on his own time.
It's not his responsibility, but if you hold a role in leadership,
A leadership what? It ain't nothing, have nothing to do with
face. No. I didn't say that. We talking about leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you hold a role in leadership and you speak for people, hence Abdul said he's the face of the team, it can be digested as you speaking for the whole team, even if you're on your own time. Even if you're on your own. If I go outside right now, I'm in corrections.
He wasn't in the Giants uniform.
Yeah, but I'm in corrections, right?
Right.
I'm off the job.
Right.
If I do something that's not aligned with where I work, I possibly may lose my job.
No. But what did he do? Listen, for 33 years,
Abdul said he represented the whole team. He's the face of the whole team.
He didn't come in and say the Giants support President Trump. He didn't. No, he didn't.
If you the representation of the team and you going in there, you representing the team.
Nobody got mad when the sports dude brought in Obama. See, we're having a double standard here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm saying.
Look at Terry. I like you, Terry. I don't know who you are, but I like you.
Will Giants make 500? I don't know. I don't watch them. No, but that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not your responsibility to police a man on his own time. See, that was been because I'm using my own life as an example. I would have a press conference and call police racist and needed accountability and go to briefing at night. And all the people that I'm standing there with briefing saw it on News 12. You understand? It's none of their business what I do on my own time. As long as I do my job when I come to work and I keep them inmates from beating your ass.
That's definitely
right.
True.
Like I said earlier, I work with racists at my job. They will have your back at work, but up at the bank on payday, they wouldn't even talk to you.
They be all the way back.
Exactly. They wouldn't even acknowledge you online.
Mm-hmm.
But at work, you would think y'all was best friends because the commonality was the job, and that was it. After it's over, we would have fights in the parking lot. Those are real correction days. I don't know.
Yeah,
now
they don't do it now. They too soft now.
No, exactly.
They calling the police on you.
Exactly. Exactly. See, I came up in them days.
That's true. That is how America is.
Absolutely. But even being a public figure, you still have the right to free speech and to support who you want. Let's not forget, Trump won the election. Trump got the popular vote.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats ain't the only ones that watch football. So does Republicans. And if you want to go deeper, you want to get even deeper, the majority of those owners that own these teams fuck with Trump. Let's be real about it.
I don't think nobody know what side to be on. Like
you be on God. Listen, and that's why it's the time of God. You be on God's side. The hell with these Republicans and Democrats.
That's the side I'm on.
Black folks need to be on God's side.
Mm-hmm.
See, and when you're on God's side, you don't worry about none of that. People getting all stressed out. And for a Muslim, let me get deeper now. For a Muslim, he knows, or he should know, that the Quran tells you nothing happens without Allah's permission.
Facts.
So what you getting upset in your little Giants panties for?
Not the panties.
Trump is there because Allah permitted it. Allah made it happen. Now you have to figure out, like these Christians, what is God trying to tell us and want us to do in this time?
He's trying to tell us something.
Now I'm talking like I'm back on the publisher's desk. Well, that's why he did it, because the owners are super MAGA. Absolutely.
That is why.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So this brother here, let me go back to this brother.
We have as
he made the most common
platform to the world is so good for them to experience, because guys, they were drafted together. What you don't have a tighter bond than that. They sit next to each other in the team meeting room, right? And that's what we see in this world. Sometimes we try to normalize just opinions, people's opinions. Everybody want to jump on, oh, he said this, she did that, but we don't normalize togetherness. We don't normalize perspective, and everyone has that. But at the end of the day, as a team, it is our I promise, it is our burning desire to find ways to unify, to come together, and to be great football players. And what does football encompass? What does sport encompass? Sport encompasses diversity. Sport encompasses people that literally we get the chance to experience failures and success with all of y'all. The people that write, the people that sit there and watch in the stands, and the own viewers that just have their opinion. We all are experiencing this together. So I think a lot of people like to focus on the macro of like, look what he did or look what she said, but we don't focus on how we can see the seed of good and the unity and the ability to handle tough situations or tough circumstances that this team is dealing with that has nothing to do with football right now.
Well, I think what this young man said was genuine, you know, because he made good points, you know, and I mean, they're there to play ball. They ain't there to do all this other shit. Excuse my French. Right? They're there to do a job. I did my job for 33 years.
I'm still in my job.
Yeah, and once I turned 55, I got the hell up out of there because racism is real. Racism is real. And when you have elected officials and you have management that don't want to address it, you know, I see. Remember the Titans too. Jameson is auditioning, but listen, he made good points, you know, and for them to have a relationship that goes back the way he said, I did not know he was a Republican. Right? Listen,
some people don't talk about it.
Man, that's BS. Let me tell you something.
People be keeping secrets. People be keeping secrets because I don't want you to find out this because I know you're gonna blow up.
No, you ain't. No, he ain't. He just ain't pay attention. The signs are the signs are always. Let me tell you something. My man that I worked with for most of my career, I think most all the career, right? And we were partners that night. They called us Blade and Whistler, right? White guy. We used to have these conversations every night. You can't be so close with a person and don't know his political views. He was a white guy, and I love him. Schrober, he might see he gonna be watching sooner or later. He gonna pop in because he does it sometimes on Facebook. Love him to death. And me and Schrober would have these conversations almost, especially when Trump started running. Right? We had conversations, but that didn't change my relationship with him.
But that's kind of different because when you in corrections, you there for 16 hours. You gotta talk about something.
You don't think football players are together?
That long? No.
Yeah.
Without getting instruction to do a play. Like,
no, I'm talking about
corrections. It's different in corrections because it's cycles. You come in and you doing.
No, understand. They were together from college. We ain't talking about that they just met.
Okay.
And you got to spend all that time together. You got to be in plays and you hanging out and you didn't know that he supported a Republican. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not. And now all of a sudden it's your responsibility. Ain't your damn responsibility. Just make sure either you block, you catch, or you motherfucking run, excuse my French, when he throw the ball at you. Because see, that would have been my response from up top. I'm not paying you these $1 million for your social responsibility.
No, Terry said they went to 2 different colleges.
Oh, so what is the guy talking about? I don't know.
I don't know.
Right? But
Damon, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, all right. So we ended it. If y'all want to hear a real discussion this week, Black America, the Giants, Trump, and a lesson that Black America is forgetting. Also, coming this week, Red versus Blue is the distraction. And up now, if y'all want to check it out, the Democrat, they have the autopsy report. And the Democrats took Black loyalty for granted. And the report proves it. And I'm having the discussion about Barbara Jordan, the Black woman who warned us about illegal immigration.
When you having that talk? Because I need to watch that. When you having that?
It'll be up this week. It'll be up this week. For us to understand what it's about when even other famous people like Dr. Claude Anderson warned us about it. So, and it's not against illegal immigration. I mean, it's not against immigration. It's the policies and the lack of enforcement that causes Black communities problems. We don't even understand it because we don't have that conversation. So that's this week.
Hold on. I want to direct people to the last article that I wrote.
Yes.
Equal value doesn't mean equal vantage points. So it's about equal value that is inherited and the vantage point that is earned.
Check out. Absolutely. Check out Black Westchester. Also, go to blackwestchester.com. Get our latest e-paper. Check it out on blackwestchester.com. Please check it out. And check out AJ Woodson on Substack. And I'm on Substack also for articles that you might not find on Black Westchester. And if you want some great music, man, I'm showing y'all how to do the AI thing, man. Go over to DK Jones Covenant Culture. You see, I got the Holy Bible up there because it's all spiritual, upliftment, neo soul, gospel music that the whole family can enjoy. Right there. Check it out. Follow that and enjoy. Put it in your car and nod your head all the way to where you're going, man.
And thank you for being here with us tonight.
Exactly. Thank you. And we're out of here because sister got to go to work. And I got to get on my shit.
Love y'all. Deuces.
Peace out. Peace.
Thank you for watching another Blacktastic episode of the People Before Politics show. Sunday Rundown. powered by Black Westchester Magazine. We appreciate every single one of you who tuned in, commented, shared the stream, and joined the conversation. Your support is the reason independent Black media continues to thrive and speak truth without fear. Every week, we show up to bring clarity, accountability, and real community insight to the stories that matter. And you show up with us. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or X, we want you to know that your voice, your engagement, and your presence make this platform stronger. Thank you for rocking with Damon K. Jones, AJ Woodson, and Larnez Kinsey as we break down the issues that many outlets ignore. And thank you for supporting a space where Black thought, Black leadership, and Black truth-telling still matter.